My name is Kelly Crabb. I am an attorney. I specialize in the field of entertainment, which includes movies, television, music, and sports. And I've been doing this for about 25 years. There's really a lot of competition. So, even a really talented person to a certain level, they might not actually become a professional musician in the sense that they will make their full-time living doing music. But if they have some perseverance and really try hard, there's enough opportunity nowadays, especially with digital media platforms and so on, that they can do something. Also the recording costs are really cheap now. A person can buy a professional recording studio and have it in their home, and if they're really dedicated, they can create something really worthwhile and something very internally satisfying and externally satisfying to people that enjoy music. There'll be a lot of people out there doing that. I think that I like that modern trend in the music business today, where it's really not outside of anybody's grasp if they're really dedicated and have perseverance. Paul Simon was on Johnny Carson. He made a very interesting comment that he thought Johnny Carson asked him, some questions, and the subject came up about, what's wrong with the music business, or what do you think about the music business? His comment was, I think musicians make too much money. He said, I like to see them make money, but because there's so much money, you get a certain element attracted to the music business that's really not good. He said, I'd like to see it hard enough and not so lucrative that you get only the people that are really driven to do music. I wish the people, the people that just hear it are just in it for the money, I wish they would go away. I mean, that was his comment, but really interesting, especially coming from a guy like that who is, in my mind, really truly, a gifted musician and a fabulous songwriter. I mean, just one of the really truly great modern artists of our time, I think. I believe that the worst thing about the music industry is exactly what Paul Simon said. Somebody once put it this way, and this is sort of how I've articulated this over the years. Of all the entertainment fields, music is more like gambling than any of the others. You can, with a 3-minute piece of art, which is relatively easy to create and very relatively easy and cheap to produce, you can make millions of dollars. And there are people that have done that. They create a song, or they build their career on a single, song, and their careers are worth millions of dollars because of that single breakthrough hit. Because of that, you create a tremendous middle man, guys in between that have no interest in music and art, and all they're just in it for the money. And music of all of the industries has a bit of a feeling of sort of, this is kind of a sleazy market. There's a lot of manipulation and trading and stuff going on that of all of the things that I do as an entertainment lawyer, music seems to have that flavor for me. And I want to be very quick to add, however, that not everybody in the music industry is sleazy, but it just sort of has that feel to it because it's just so easy to make a lot of money on a very small piece of art. Of course, it is like Las Vegas. I mean, when you really think about it, the chance of your creating a 3-minute song and a record and making lots and lots of money with it are very small. But because that chance exists, you get a lot of people, gathering around, bellying up to the bar on that one. Here's one of the things that often happens to a young artist coming up. Somebody emerges that, it's very easy for you and I and everybody else to tell whether or not this person has a great singing voice, or is talented at playing the guitar or the piano, or is talented at writing lyrics and creating music. So it often happens that these people will be sought out by elements of the music business and signed to quote unquote management contracts. these management contracts are very draconian. I mean, they're essentially full-blown recording contracts with options and other devices in them that could last, could keep that person under contract for a long period of time. Now, again, I'm quick to add that some of these guys, some of these people that put these young artists under management contracts are legitimate, honest, upright people that have no intention of, messing with a person's career or thwarting that person's success. But there are enough of them out there that, they just sign them up. They might put a little bit of money into a demo record or something like that, and then they just keep these artists out there hanging out and, and limiting their possibilities. So it's, I get this question a lot, actually. A parent will call me and say, and they're very excited because, this is a dream for the parent too. I've got this guy and he wants to sign my kid under a record contract or a management contract. I always have to walk them through the dangers of this, and can you get out of the contract if something comes along? What kind of input are you going to have into whether or not this person is going to, assign this contract to a label that will make your son or your daughter a good deal, or is that going to be a bad deal, or is it going to, or is the guy going to be legitimate? Is he going to actually do what he says he's going to do? That kind of thing, Do a little due diligence is probably a good watch cry for people like that.